Hello, my name is Mariusz, and today I would like to talk about user interface for my application that will be written in TornadoFx, and I thought that probably I will use some user interface that I already have in my other application written in C#, so it will be easier, and I will don't have to think about what controls and how to put them on the interface. So today I would like to just talk about what I plan to add into the application. First of all, at the top of this interface, I will have some kind of menu bar. It will just hold the controls to allow me to change the views in the future, so I will be able to switch between views and go to other functionalities. On the left part of this interface, I will have few controls that will that will allow me to pick basic data about invoice. We'll probably have here shop information, so I'll be able to pick a shop from combo box list, and also account name that I used to pay for this shopping, and it also be a combo box list, and then I think there will be a some kind of date picker. So it will be possibility to just pick a date when those shopping were made. And at the end, I will have some kind of label or input box that allow me to add, let's say, a number of the invoice. So maybe in the future I will be able to, search the invoice based on this number. At the bottom of this part, I will have two buttons. One button will log this part of the interface, so everything that was selected here will be logged, and it will be impossible to change this data. And also it will unlock the right part. And the second button will be used for canceling invoice. So in the moment when someone realized that I don't know, the invoice have to be cancelled because it's not so important, or it's old, or anything else. Maybe someone did some shoppings for someone else, and it doesn't spend any own money, so it will be possible to cancel that invoice, and it will just clear the data on the bottom, and clear all the controls here, and cancel the data that it will be held inside of application. But when I click this button, left button, or left button, then, as I said, this part will be locked and impossible to change anything, and the right part will be unlocked at that moment. And on the right part, I plan to create a interface that will allow me to add products that are on the invoice. So I will be able to copy everything from invoice and put it into the bottom part of this interface. So I will have a list of items that are on the invoice. So what we will have here, probably there will be a product name, quantity, and price. Also, I think that I will add some kind of discount, because it's very often when I do some kind of shopping, the shop just add regular quantity and regular price, and then they add some kind of discount. So it will be easier to just add this discount here, and the application should recalculate the value of this product. And also we have here free text box that will allow me to add some kind of description for that product. I don't know, maybe some info that this product was a present for someone or something like that. And probably I will have here two buttons, one for confirming the data that was already put in those controls. So it will take everything that was put in these controls and put it into the bottom part. And also it will clear the data that was put in those controls. So the next products can be added to these controls. And the second one, this button will be responsible for confirming whole invoice. So clicking this button will just put everything from application into the database. So data will be persist after clicking this button, and also everything will be cleared in the application. So the data that was stored in the memory will be cleared. This data also be cleared. This right part will be locked again, and the left part will be unlocked. So there will be a possible to add another invoice into the application. On the bottom part, I plan to add some kind of table that will just display the data of the products that were added from this right part of the interface. And I think that I will probably create some kind of functionality that will allow me to change the data in this part. So if I made some kind of mistake creating data in here, then there will be a possibility to modify, let's say, price or discount or quantity. But I think that modifying product will be impossible from this part. So I also plan to add here some kind of delete context. So I will be able to delete this item from the bottom table. And yeah, I think that that's all for the first user interface. And as I said, if everything will be okay, this button should just take everything that was put into the application, so basic data about invoice and details about products on the invoice, and store everything into the database. As I already said, I have an application with created with C#, and I also have a database that store all the data that was put there from the beginning of that application. So I will base on that database, and yeah, the data will be stored there. And I think that that's all for today. On the next video, I will try to just start to creating this menu and this user interface, and yeah, and I think that's all. After creating a user interface, probably I will just focus on the logic. So try to first of code this part, so it will be possible to fetch data from some kind of dynamic source and store it in some kind of data structure in the memory at the beginning. And after that, I will just store it in the database. And I thought today that maybe I will use one of those API that I built in the past. That API is built in Kotlin, and it's on top of the database, so it can fetch data from database and expose it as a endpoints and expose it as JSON data. So maybe, as far as I know, TornadoFx allow to fetch data from this type of endpoints and send data to REST endpoints. And I think that that will be a good exercise to practice this connection between TornadoFx and REST endpoints. So thank you for your time. In the next video, I will just try start to code something.